duking it out today at Hardy Graham Stadium. It's the UT Martin Skyhawks hosting the Gardner Webb Running Bulldogs for Homecoming 2024. Hello, everyone, and welcome inside the broadcast booth. Davis Gregory here with John Hattler and Chris Brinkley as we get things started with our players to watch presented last week. Billingsley kicks it away, and we're underway for homecoming here in Martin, Tennessee. A touchback, and UT Martin will start out with the football at the 25. Starters on the offensive line for the Skyhawks: Jason Eaton, Josiah Tingley, Vance Van Every, Drake Carroll, and Elijah Bowser. Mid now will cut it out to the near side. Dent has time underneath route on a screen. O'Shea Baker and able to stay on his feet. He's at the 28 and then tackled by a flock of Bulldogs.
First play.
Heffley. Handoff. Cutting between the tackles at the 35 and now up to the 40. Hastings trying to bring down Edward Sadie. He gets right to midfield for a Gardner Webb down. They go in a split shotgun. On the ground, Greasock finds a hole, 35-30. McCoy going for the hip and gets him out of bounds. First down for Gardner Webb.
As well, if you don't get any kind of chunk yardage to get you in field goal range.
They're packed in for Gardner Webb. Going to throw on third down and 17. Pressure in the pocket, and that is Doug Newsom wrapping up Gardner Webb, and it is fourth down and long. Billingsley has long on the year 44 yards. His career long 47. This one's got the distance, and it is good. Jay Billingsley sends it right through the uprights, and Gardner Webb has the early lead over UT Martin 3-0 with 8:59 to go in the first quarter. Actually back on the lineup for UT Martin. They've missed in the past two games. Dent looking left, checked out into the flat, threw it to Tanksley, and it's completed the 42 for a Simmons Bank first down.
Like how Coach Simpson decides to roll the pocket. Webb rush to get into the backfield. Find your safety valve. Move the chains.
5 wide. Trips right, 2 left. Dent throwing on first down and 10. Into a nice pocket to Trevante Rucker at the 36.
Nowhere.
Third down and 8. Dent, quarterback draw up the middle, and Kincaid Dent, look at the feet here from the quarterback who slides down, takes a hit, and flags will come out. Tack on 15 more to that one as Jeff Number
2, half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Simmons Bank first down. Kincaid Dent taking contact, and Coach Lee has them in the driver's seat. Shotgun, in motion, Tyler Dawson. Now cuts it back out to the right side. Dent into the check down. Smith breaks off one tackle, lunges forward, and he has got a first down. Patrick Smith, the extra effort as he moves that big boy football now. UT Martin at the 1-yard line in the shotgun. Dent. Patrick Smith lowers the shoulders, reaches in, touchdown UT Martin. Patrick Smith reaches yet again with his right hand, picked up the first down on the previous play, and he's got himself 6 there, and UT Martin has the lead.
Wow, that's how you answer the field goal on homecoming. Had a 3-and-out to start the game, give up 3 points on Gardner Webb's.
Snap, placed by Dent. Kick is up by Van Winkle, and UT Martin leads this one 7-3, 12 plays, 72. Battling for field position now, backed up to the 25 after a touchback. Quarterback Ren Heffley with a deep shot down the field for low and incomplete pass interference, though. Going to be called on Doug Newsom as that. These two played an instant classic, went right down to the final seconds. Heffley goes through everything, deep shot, high tip into the air, and knocked away, incomplete. That may have been the highest deflection I have.
Davis said, get behind that big offensive line and ride them like a pony.
Gardner Webb brings 5 and 10. Another run with a stiff arm. He's at the 30, 35-40. Kincaid Dent, who came into this game with 0 rushing yards
on the previous drive. Got to get 11 here.
They got a third down. Dent rolling out right side, has a man over the middle. Tanksley for the first down at midfield. Give him 11 yards. Kincaid Dent rolling out right side, making something out. 12 for the Skyhawks. Obvious passing down. Dent stands in, going for Devontae Tanksley. It is incomplete, being tugged down by the back of his jersey. No flags come out. I don't really think there was an official in position to see it.
No, there wasn't, but there was a definite handful of jersey.
Heffley Hoskins, the tight end, brought to the right. 3 wide receivers on the right side. Heffley working through progressions. Over the middle, pass is caught short of the line to gain to Hoskins at the 33. Distance to go on those third downs. Offensive line takes a peek there at Jakari Bryson as he moves around, now settles down. He won't be blitzing, but Dent will have to get out of one blitz, throwing down the field and intended for Tanksley on the crosser. And Cachillo on the play action. 3-step drop, unloads and tipped away and broken up by LeBron Morgan. O'Shea Baker was also out there on Anthony Lowe.
Again, the pass defense, Davis, you had mentioned it.
First down and 10, Tanksley brought right to left. Low snap, and Dent wide open, Tyler Dawson. He's at the 30, the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, UT Martin. Tyler Dawson, as wide open as you can be, runs it in.
So much attention being placed on the run. Tanksley goes in motion. Everyone thought it was coming, but off the line of scrimmage, the big tight end Dawson ran right down the middle of the field, as you said, Davis. We saw it as soon as it happened. Pop past the linebackers.
Season for Tyler Dawson. And the point after attempt is up and good. UT Martin extends their lead 14-3 with 9.
Got to make sure you wrap him up.
And a run on 3rd down and 4. Skyhawk defense having none of that. Chris Hunter, Toby Camp in there for the stop at the 4. Turning. Snap back to Bigelow. A good punt on this one. Backing up Baker. Spins it around. Looking for an alleyway. Stays on his feet. He's at the 40. At midfield, Baker makes a cut. O'Shea Baker at the 35 and brought down at the 33. We've been looking for his entire career for one of those. And hard snap, going to be a free play, and now whistles will blow. Dent lobbing it for Trevante Rucker.
That's going to be a first down. Clock's going to stop.
Defense, number 45, unadvantage to the quarterback. Under penalty, results in a first down.
And again, a score here is huge for UT.
Receivers left, one right.
He got back, so there's... Oh,
and it's a fake play, a trick play. Patrick Smith will get the first down to the 9, a flag thrown in late. Thought, what is he doing running away from the play?
Personal foul, illegal use of hands to the face. Defense, number 3.
It's almost like the law.
Dent peers over to the left. Patrick Smith up the middle. Smith is in. Touchdown, UT Martin. Patrick Smith, a step to the right, a step to the left, and then a burst forward in for 6, and it's 20-3 Skyhawks.
And you've got to give a lot of credit once again to this offensive line. Jackson Marshall, the linebacker for Gardner Webb, in on a blitz, but redirected by the right.
Such a patient runner gets his 2nd rushing score of the game. Van Winkle's point after attempt is up and good, and it's UT Martin.
Down deep. Forced Rydell to run. It was a minimal gain, but that's still a win and a stop for UT Martin defensive line.
2nd down and 6. Right up the middle. Strong run from Edward Sadie moves the chains. And UT Martin showing 4, and that's who they bring. Since the run on the play action on a quick slant route, it's completed to Taylor Shields for another Gardner Webb first down. 3rd down and 5 for Tyler Rydell. It's a play action. The throw tipped up by Jalen Sharp and falls down at the 46.
And a lot of that was
name here being Hardy M. Graham Stadium.
And now 4th down and 5. Gardner Webb going for this. Rydell off his back foot, and it's intercepted by O'Shea Baker at the 15.
Big play by the Skyhawks, taking more momentum now into the locker room.
3. Glover Cook in the backfield for the Skyhawks on this 3rd down and 5. And going with another run, Glover Cook. He's got the first down, 2 yards past that mark. 7-yard carry by Cook. Gets a tap on the helmet from Van. Snap it on 2. Dent on the scramble, steps up, dodges one sack, and will slide down. That's the end of the first half. UT Martin trailed 3-0 at the start, but rattled off 21 unanswered points, and they lead rival Gardner Webb 21-3 here at halftime at Hardy Graham Stadium on homecoming as the festivities continue here in the beautiful 731 crystal clear sky. Temperature in Illinois 17-0. Tennessee Tech trailing South Carolina State 13-10. Lindenwood leads Tennessee State 20-7. And
defense if you're UT Martin. Same thing for Gardner Webb. Got to score. We got a new quarterback, Davis?
as is Tyler Rydell. He started the end of the first half through an interception to O'Shea Baker. Here on the give to Edward Sadie, who busts this one loose into UT Martin territory at the 25. Tackle for a loss by Plez and Hunter.
Yeah, pressure again coming from the right.
Griesach has the carry. Perkins will get him with his left arm, lose him momentarily, and a flag in the backfield at the 34. Illegal hands to the face on Michael Plez.
Races a really good job by Perkins to stand up the center and force everything back into the linebackers.
UT Martin, they're going to bring 4. Rydell gets it off at the last possible second. Incomplete, intended for Taylor Shields.
And again, that's Perkins once more, also in on the...
Lined up rather at the 16, mark it down as 26. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is no good. No good. Gardner Webb coming out of halftime cannot score of a big run from Edward Sadie, and we have a media timeout. We'll take a And Smith again. He's going to have the sideline to work with and much more. Patrick Smith at the 40 to the 30. Oh, unhitched the trailer, young man. Runs out of bounds inside the 20. Patrick Smith, a bad angle from Gardner Webb in pursuit, and a few more steps and he might have been gone.
Well, Jason Eaton and Max Dowling set the edge. Everything trying to flow to the right. Smith goes back against the grain, pops it to the outside, and not for...
Shoved out of bounds at the 20 and said, man, we got to unhitch the trailer on those runs. And now Smith with a power stiff arm shoves a man into the dirt at the 10, and then will...
Positive offense almost every play.
And the shotgun, Glover Cook at running back. And Cook gets the carry, and he will be tackled down at the 2.
I don't know that you think...
Second down and goal from the 1. Glover Cook back there again and gets another carry. Cook stumbled at the line of scrimmage, and now 3 Bulldogs will have him wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage, led by Raekwon Hartley. 3. And joining him in the backfield, that's Andrew Smithberger. Dent on the designed run up the middle, gets a shove from Tingley, and he is in. Touchdown, UT Martin. The Boss Hogs shove their commander into the end zone for another UT Martin touchdown.
That was nice.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, but again, we talked about it at Simpson at halftime, but you're starting to see Kincaid Dent coming in on his own. And if you want to get someone to feel comfortable, and he's doing a great job today.
Van Winkle, the point after attempt, and that one is good. I'm not going to lie. He played a very strong. Rydell, 2-step drop, stepping up in the pocket, going to run. Tevin Shipp gets him wrapped up at the 33, and he'll fall short of the...
That formula is working for the Skyhawks.
Gardner Webb going for it on 4th down and 2. Sadie, an extra push, and I think he got it.
Yeah, it's going to be close. You need a right foot spot from the far fish. Just about in the process of, hopefully, on the next drive, doubling up on the yards as well.
1st down and 10. They play action to Sadie, throwing to the far side and complete. Good recovery by Doug Newsom because he had a touchdown-saving tackle. Tight end Overton brought over next, right behind the right tackle. Rydell has to avoid Christian Dow and lost the football, jumped back on it at the 48. Christian Dow and Charles Perkins had the pressure, and that seemed eerily similar to Jameis Winston in the road.
Trying to figure a way to get better looks in the run game.
Trips left, one right. Gardner Webb with a blitz. Dent out quickly to Tyler Dawston, and he's going to be a yard short of the first down at the 45.
Great recognition by Dent.
Judge.
And maybe
Now they are going to run it, and it's fumbled, but Dent picks it up. Kincaid Dent off the hop down to the Gardner Webb 31. You are living right, young man. You are living right.
sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Kincaid Dent on the mesh point. Wasn't able to corral it very well, but a fortunate bounce, pick it up. Huge.
For 20 in the air, and then on the ground, over 50 yards there. Patrick Smith finds a hole, and Smith to the 10, to the 5, touchdown, UT Martin. Patrick Smith, 30-yard rushing score, 34-3, orange and blue.
All that set up by the tempo, the ability of the offensive line to create some holes in space. As you see the replay on ESPN Plus, just back against the grain. Patrick Smith, who's had a really, quite frankly, had
15 carries for 128 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. The point after attempt.
No idea he had that in
There
him.
are times where you wonder if coaches have a funny bone.
Yeah,
Jason Simpson's
he's got one. He's got one.
Rydell, back to that point in 1 second. Rydell on the check down completes it out to Sadie. That'll be a Gardner Webb first down at the 40.
Pieces of advice he ever gave.
Oh,
Okay.
Coach Simpson needs to take heed.
Second down and 1. Rydell. Sadie. And he has the first down into UT Martin territory at the 47.
So I think that's a testament to him and what he's been able to do.
Griessock bouncing off his offensive lineman and dropped at midfield.
And then you go even further and looked at the impact his family has had on this community.
Mr. Florida football for 5A at Jones Senior High School. Stepped up and somehow still managed to stay up before he was slung down to the ground. Robert Holtz will.
Good field vision. Played high-quality football in the state of Florida.
This punt returnable for Lowe. Ran up to it. Put in the spin cycle in UT Martin territory at the 43. Gardner Webb ball.
I also want to mention quickly, John Hattler, if you've ever been
That streak to Sadie today is not something to hang your head about.
Third down and 3. Snap to the belt. Rydell on the curl route. Incomplete, intended for a dop tag. Rydell throwing on 4th down, and he's got to get out of there quick. Off his right foot, man wide open, and a toe tap at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, that play was busted from the start, but Rydell
And a give to Sadie. Tried to get to the edge and wasn't able to fit over there. UT Martin gets to him well. Keyshawn Johnson.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense, number 96. Half a distance to the goal. Automatic first down. Number 69 of the offense may stay in the game as his helmet came off due to foul.
On Jabbar.
against Austin P. This one right here by Brandon Butcher against Gardner Webb has been a pretty solid game call by a defensive coordinator.
Griessock tackled by Salakin Hill.
As a defensive coordinator, you've done a nice job of teaching.
right.
Rydell throwing, pocket collapsing, and a marker thrown in the back of the end zone on Tyler Mullins.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold on UT Martin, which will be a 5-yard penalty.
Pass was thrown, holding. Defense, number 27. Half a distance to the goal.
Dirt Jr.
You're going to see Wildcat formation. Griessock hesitates and pushes his way forward, and he's in. Touchdown, Gardner Webb. Carson Griessock. The running Bulldogs able to shove their running back into the end zone, and Griessock, his 6th rushing touchdown of the season.
Field cost UT Martin a chance just to hold him to a field goal.
Point after attempt from Billingsley is up and true.
Look at me. You think this face is going to get down and get dirty? I tried 2 or 3 times. It hurts, man. It hurts.
Chris Franklin, the running back in the game for UT Martin, his brother Sam Franklin. Chris, also from Little Rock, Arkansas, runs it up to the 38. 3rd down and 3 with 4 on the play clock. Back to the belly of Franklin for a Simmons Bank first down and continuing to push the pile, the offensive line to the 32.
This is one thing when Chris Frank.
Difficult.
Sure.
Yeah, so what can you do as a coaching staff to help that situation?
3rd down and 5. Calvez rolling out right side. Showing off the arm power, incomplete, intended for Jeremiah Edwards.
You know, that sleep that night, but the rest was so important, and the resiliency of young people to overcome those.
Yeah.
You still have to get rest, and
Yes.
that's the kicker.
And even for Gardner Webb on
Yeah.
this trip, I don't know, Davis, if you had a chance to. Yeah,
They will. Next week, they will not be, there will be no game scheduled. Greasock, he's going down the sideline here. Greasock at the 30 and scamped Eastern Illinois, October 26th. Rydell, 3-step drop. And on the run, completes it at the 17, and we're going to get roughing the passer on Devontae Murray.
Yeah, it's got to frustrate Coach Butcher. Gave up the touchdown late, and then a play that.
And Rydell throwing again. Standing tall and able to elude one sack, throws away, pass is caught for the pylon, diving for it, touchdown Gardner Webb.
It's amazing.
Senior running back from Charlotte with a touchdown reception with 1:44 left, and it's 35-16.
Well, the silliness of all this now is it the percentage to win has shrunk tremendously. You go from 30.
3 timeouts, UT Martin with 2 remaining. Billingsley's point after attempt right down the pipe. 35-17 the score.
People may disagree with this. It doesn't really count that UT Martin picks up an FBS win over Kennesaw State. Well, why doesn't it? Kennesaw State's an 85 scholarship opportunity school, so there's zero reason to discount that. But that's what you see from the national potential problem.
Could have won 35-3.
On the game clock, it'll start on my ready for play.
They'll have to move the clock back up. But no, and I think that that's, again, that is the issue that has been recognized by a lot of people in the community, the FCS committee, is that the Missouri Valley does get some favoritism, but at the end of the day,
They deserve it too.
They do. It is the SEC of the FCS. A great conference, certainly is. We go final here from Hardy-Graham Stadium. UT Martin 35, Gardner Webb 17. The Skyhawks win back-to-back games, and they are now 500 on the season at 3-3, and now 1-1 in conference play. Gardner Webb will drop to 1-5 overall and 0-2 in association play. The Skyhawks with the win over the Running Bulldogs, and UT Martin gets their revenge from last season, dropping